Welcome to the Blue Cafe. We offer stories of infidelity, betrayal, and redemption. Please like and subscribe. Cheers. Now, on to today's story. My28M, wife26F, got tested for STDs the same afternoon that she returned from an 8-week-long business trip. Used a solo shopping trip to conceal the appointment. Update 1, admitted to cheating on her trip. Says only once, evidence suggests at least N greater than 2. Update 2, 3 confirmed in one trip. Digging in now. Update 3, typical it was a one-time thing responses, it was your fault responses. Confirmed at least 3 dudes during her last trip, likely systemic serial cheaters since we've been together. Refuses to admit anything outside this business trip even though she had carbon copy behavior 2 years ago. Refuses to be honest. Claims she wasn't going to meet anyone on her current solo camping trip, I know otherwise. Keep catching her in lies. Filing papers meow. Update 4, it's at least 4 now. 1 on her first trip 2 years ago, hence the STD test then. Mutual friend knew about it, and kept it secret. This is days, a week after we got engaged. TL, doctor so secretly got tested for STDs the day she returned from a long business trip, is clean, but concealed the appointment and intentionally hid/deleted any evidence of testing. So has been disinterested in any sexual contact for 2 weeks since her return. I found out about the test but haven't spoken to her about it. What is the best way to broach the topic? Throw away for reasons. My wife is a great person and we have always gotten along. We have been married for almost 2 years and we've been together for 4.5 years. We are in a monogamous relationship and have both had several partners prior to our relationship. Every year, my wife goes on a long business trip, typically about 2 months. During this time, communication over phone and email can be difficult, contingent upon the technological issues where she works. She really enjoys her work during the business trips and usually comes home feeling fulfilled and excited about life. Normally when she comes home, she takes a day or 2 to rest and overcome the jet lag, 28-hour travel time and 21-hour time difference. The following days, we tend to spend lots of time together, sex, dates, cuddling, catching up etc. because she's been gone so long. This year, she came home as her same excited self after having had a great trip. In fact, she seemed so excited that she wanted to work on some projects, but would need to go get some material from the store. About 3 hours after picking her up from the airport, she says she wants to go shopping for her craft project and that she will likely spend several hours out shopping. She really emphasizes how much time she'll need to go shopping, many hours. I think this is a little weird considering that she just came back from a 28-hour flight, hasn't slept, and she's usually not the type to spend more than an hour or 2 shopping, but it's fine. About 5 hours later, she comes home with a single bag of craft material. I register this as strange, but don't really think about it. I chalk it up to taking a lot of time to pick out her materials, carefully selecting them instead of bulk buying. Over the next few days, she didn't really go through the jet lag phase and stayed distant. I thought that was weird but ended up giving her space and just focused on school. About 2 weeks post-return, we still haven't had sex, despite my advances and lightly prodding the issue, getting a I'm just feeling off and don't feel like it. I find that strange, since she is usually a 3 to 4 times a week kind of person and we've been exploring some new kinks prior to her trip, which we had talked about kindling once she returned. The first few times that she doesn't reciprocate sexy time advances, I don't think anything of it. We've always had a very open no policy and are attentive to one another's needs, i.e. time, tired, not feeling it, need it now. After 2 weeks, the combination of her distance and no sex feels really off. Over the weekend she met up with her girlfriends for a day out. During that time, I snooped on her computer. If that bothers you, stop reading now. We have always been extremely open with our phones and social media. We both know our phone passwords / computer passwords / she knows my Facebook etc. While she was out with her friend, I looked on her computer. She left her work and personal email, Reddit, and Facebook open / logged in. So I looked. Nothing out of the ordinary. I looked in the recycle bin and found that she had taken some self-nudes with her phone, sent them to her email, downloaded, then deleted them, hence the recycling bin. I thought that was odd. Normally we would send nudes to each other, not put them on our computers. Maybe she really liked them, she did look hot, and decided to keep them. This has my gears turning, because she has been really disinterested in sex since returning, but is taking selfies in the nude wearing lingerie. I looked at the metadata on the picture, confirmed it was taken recently and that it was downloaded from Gmail. I went and looked at her Gmail. Nothing terribly odd here, but anything before 3 days after returning home had been deleted from her inbox, then deleted from the trash folder, not archived. For example, if she came home on the 1st, everything before the 4th was deleted. However, in her trash bin, was a confirmation of appointment for a health clinic in an adjacent city. It had a link with a user ID to log in into the patient portal if you needed to change your appointment. I logged in with the ID and her common passwords, which I already knew from us sharing. The portal is mostly empty, but showed that she had scheduled and kept an appointment the same afternoon that she got home from her trip. The portal allows you to request records from visits, so I did. They were delivered to the portal about 30 minutes later. She had gone in for STD testing 5 hours after coming home from an 8-week business trip. To summarize, gets tested for STDs while saying she is going shopping the day she returns from an 8-week business trip. Concealed the fact that she was tested, didn't leave phone number or address at clinic, careful to delete emails pertaining to the clinic, made cover excuse to go out. Super distant with me, very engaging towards friends / co-workers, no sex. Says not interested in sex, but dresses up to take nudies / clearly masturbating, found lots of porn open on her computer, vibrator out, not anything odd, we watch porn together and alone, open about masturbation etc. On a similar business trip, she did almost the exact same thing. Got tested as soon as she got home, 7-week trip, refrained from sex for about a week / distant, I found out via similar ways, shared computer, saw email from health clinic about results on portal. Previously, when I asked her about it, she said she had a UTI and went in for a full STD panel. Totally plausible, I let it go. I just feel like there's a pattern here. Also said that STD test was normal for women during checkups, although most clinics say that you must ask for the tests / reasonable suspicion. No real reason to suspect cheating, but goddamn, this feels weird. All the elements of possibility are there, I suppose. Possible explanations. She had another health problem that seemed to resolve itself. Maybe she wanted more follow-up and didn't want to belabor me with the details, although the other health issue isn't urogenital related. She didn't receive any tests that would aim to diagnose the concomitant issue. Health information could be weird if someone reading over your shoulder sees an email in your personal inbox from a clinic, so you delete it. I'm not sure this explains why her inbox was cleaned, stuff deleted from the trash. Maybe she feels a little detached from me after being away for so long and needs more time to warm back up. Could have also had another UTI and got STD panel at the request of practitioner. Although, no antibiotics / treatments were administered during the visit, weren't documented. Maybe she thought I was cheating and got tested? Although, 8 weeks later seems a little outside of the incubation period. The secrecy of the whole thing really bothers me. Any ideas on how to approach this topic with my wife or other possible explanations? Okay, she's cheating. Before you confront her about it, and before you even decide how to handle the situation in any way, get your personal information and access changed to be yours again. Usernames, email addresses, all passwords, any paper documentation you have concerning your identity and finances need to be secured in a way she cannot access the information. This sounds like a pain in the ass, and preemptive. Trust me, it's not. The end of long-term relationships does crazy shit to the human psyche. Spite has burned a lot of people to the ground in the past, and it can happen to anyone. After that, decide what you are going to do beforehand and go through with it regardless of what she says. She is lying to you now, and it will only continue. On a personal note, I'm sorry this happened to you. It's an awful and betrayed feeling that burns at night and smolders all day. It will slowly pass, but in the meantime you need to set yourself up for success in the future. Don't start tying your self-worth and self-image to what happened. Some people are shitty, and are shitty to good people who deserve the same love and respect they are shown. Take extra time to work out, further your education or enjoy hobbies. Boredom will be an enemy of your mental state. Alcohol and drugs will also be harmful, trust me on this. I love both drugs and alcohol, but they fail in this situation. Good advice, thanks. This 1,000 times. Honey, I know about the STD checkup. That's how you approach this situation. Or I would like to talk about your recent doctor's appointment. At this point, there is absolutely no need to jump to conclusions. Don't spend a lot of time hashing over it, just go and speak to her. Do not listen to all these miserable ducks who will say you're blind, stupid, foolish. None of that shit matters. What matters is getting it straight with this woman and getting back to your life. Secondly, it depends on where the testing was done. If it's Planned Parenthood, then obviously you could pursue the other course, but if it were her normal clinic, there are still potentially rational reasons for testing. But I also get the vibe she's cheating. Happy cake day. My vibe is that she is cheating, same as many others here think. That's not to say there isn't a chance of it being something trivial either. You could try sliding into that conversation with a subject that will give her a reason to bring it up before mentioning it. But with her efforts at hiding it, I don't think that will work either. My vote is to flat out talk to her about it. Being so blunt about it will help get to the truth, and if she gets very defensive about it, that would only confirm the suspicion. Good luck. She's totally cheating. I don't like to jump to conclusions, but this is checking all the boxes. Opportunity. Secretive behavior / hiding evidence. Emotionally distant. Sexually disinterested. STD testing done in secret / not performed by her regular healthcare provider. Suggestive photos hidden from her /you / otherwise. Your wife is obviously cheating. I'm sorry. This man is choosing to be blind. It's like somebody is slapping him non-stop with red flags, over and over and over again. Whilst laying bloody and battered on the floor, flag stripes all over his broken body, he keeps murmuring, "She did not cheat on me, no way." I'd print all the proof you need, confront her about it so that she can't lie. She's cheating up. Yup. STD tests aren't routine during gyno checkups. You have to ask for it specifically, and if her portal only says appointment for STD panel, she isn't doing a routine health screening. And the fact that she didn't want to be intimate? Big red flag. And the fact that she's lying about all this shit and making up solo trips and bullshit. Why cover something innocuous? 'Cause it's not definitely innocuous. Lol. Sex 3 to 4 times a week. 8-week business trip. My favorite part is when he listed 5 options and a legitimate response is maybe she's just not interested. Like, yeah, you're selling yourself short by lying to yourself. If I put myself in her shoes, I get back from a trip and had a UTI and had to get treated for it. You find out I was tested and I explain. Fair enough. Then, it happens. Again? I get back from another trip and need to get tested / treated for another UTI or something similar. Believe me, if that were the case, you would know everything immediately because I would recognize how suspicious it seems and I would do everything to make sure you knew what was going on, including giving you an honest explanation of why I wasn't interested in being intimate. I would not want you to worry or think for one moment that anything else was going on. Unless, of course, something else is, in fact, going on. I would do everything to make sure you knew what was going on. Do everything equals have a 10-second conversation. This exact situation has happened to me. I had a couple of UTIs in a row and my provider asked me to take an STD test just to rule out the possibility that they were being caused by an undetected STD. It took almost no effort to clue my husband in about what I was doing and why. Op's wife didn't make that effort, and in fact spent much more time concealing the appointment. Shady. Yeah, it happening twice now is making me a little uneasy both after long business trips, in secret, abstained from sex. I feel like if I had gotten tested for a UTI with STD tests thrown in, I would probably make jokes about not having AIDS/chlamydia/gonorrhea or something. I feel like I would also be open about it. Yeah, stuff downstairs is feeling weird lately, I think I might have a UTI, I'm gonna go pee in a cup. I'll let you know how it goes lol. Maybe I wouldn't be open, I just feel like I wouldn't make something up to cover for the appointment frown. If she had a urinalysis test, the story is plausible. If she didn't, and only went in for the STD screening, she is flat out lying. UTIs are diagnosed with a urinalysis and urine culture. Source: I work in the lab. She had a urinalysis the day before returning home. The day she got home, she went and got STD testing. Why would she get tested for STDs unless she was cheating on you? Damn man. Extreme respect for apparently being so calm and methodical about this. Stay like that and I hope it is an easy divorce. Yeah, it's not easy though. People are ducking shitty man. BTW get video or audio of her admitting it. She won't get a thing in the divorce and will make the process way more easy. I'm so sorry to hear about this update and this entire situation. What an awful betrayal of everything you've trusted her with. I hope you discover your personal happiness now. It's gonna be hard honestly. I thought it was good. Can't trust your friends, can't trust your wife. Lol, what else is there to do? Will be pretty hard to recover from that. Ask yourself this: after the first STD test, how did she react to you guys talking about it? Did she say she was embarrassed, and did you guys resolve that if this were to happen again, she would tell you? She is cheating. In my mind it's not the STD test, that could be a legitimate test for a UTI, it's the lies, the nudes, the lack of intimacy since you got back. If you do not confront her, what happens next time she goes out of town and you don't find out she had another test? I mean, do you love this woman enough to put your own health at risk? Because by denying the truth as it is put before your eyes, will eventually cause you real physical problems. Problems that could end your life as you know. Not to mention, even if by the rarest chance that she isn't cheating, how in the hell do you ever trust her again? She is a cheater and at best a liar. After I found out about the first test 2 years ago, I was understandably angry. I cooled off and confronted her about it sometime after the fact. It was over the phone so I could monitor her body language. She thought she had a UTI and went in to get it checked out, and getting a screen for STIs was precautionary. That scenario is probable. She also tried to conceal it then, deleting emails and messages from her provider on the healthcare portal. She never mentioned it until I brought it up. She said she was embarrassed and I told her how it looked. We never really talked about if it happened again sort of thing. I suppose I assumed it was obviously unacceptable behavior. It's fine if there's a medical issue, but you have no reason to hide it from me, etc., especially sensitive issues suggestive of infidelity. I don't mean to be rude, but how did cheating not cross your mind whatsoever? Not only were the nudes taken for a reason, and if you didn't get them someone else did, but if she came back from such a long trip and decided to get tested before you even had sex after her return, then you aren't the person she's worrying about. It did, that's why I posted this. I know now I should have listed it, but I thought it was too obvious to point out. Update 1, admitted to cheating on her trip. Says only once, evidence suggests at least n greater than 2. More like evidence suggests that she is a serial cheater, an experienced liar, and this happened many times. She seems to think that as long as you don't know and she is safe, she can cheat on you. She also won, TB caught again cheating, though I am not sure about her not cheating on you again. We hope you have enjoyed today's episode. Please comment, like and subscribe. Cheers. Have a wonderful day or night, wherever you are.